2009. Beautiful month of April. Lovely in Toronto and lovely all across Canada. You're listening to Animal House Radio on Shaw Radio, 1610 AM, www.animalhouseradio.com worldwide. And you can go on YouTube and watch all of our episodes there. Show is brought to you in part by Hill's Pet Nutrition, the makers of Science Diet and Prescription Diet Pet Food, and www.ismydogoverweight.ca. Last week we covered that topic about obesity in cats and in dogs. Lots of people actually emailed us during the week and asked some questions to Dr. Mike, and I don't know if he responded or not.
I did.
Okay, you did. Dr. Mike on the program as always. What's going on, buddy?
Nothing much. What's going on with you?
You know, just, well, what do you mean? What do you mean? We were watching the interview that Billy Bob did on CBC, and a big thumbs up goes out to our radio colleagues at the CBC for how they handled that.
Yeah, go on YouTube and check that out. That surprised me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy Bob was not impressive at all.
No, I agree with you. Absolute horrible. And if you're a fan of his music, I suggest you don't buy it because he was treating the Canadian folks like they were some sort of numchuckle folks. Yeah, he was just brutal. But the good professionalism at the CBC, I'm glad to see that still going on at the CBC. And that host, I don't know his name, did a great job in going back and forth with Mr. Thornton, former husband of Angelina Jolie. It's probably the only thing he's pretty much known for. I don't know if he has any animals or not. Big thank you to Domino's Pizza at the Marley location, once again serving us and making us full every single week. 416-785-5400. 416-785-5400. Tell them the Animal House Radio sends you, and they make their pizza with a little bit of passion at the Marley location. Ronnie's the owner down there. Thank you very much for the pizza, Ronnie. We really much appreciate it. A couple of hellos to say before we start the show. I want to say a big hello and thank you to our good friends at York University, the students who are working out a big marketing plan and a business plan for Animal House Radio. Hopefully, we will be able to go to new heights and new levels with this great plan that York University has. I'm a former student at York University.
I'm not.
Where'd you go?
I went to University of Toronto.
And
University of Guelph.
We are rivals.
Yes.
I will take you out. No one else here went to York, right?
No.
I guess I'm the only person who went to York. But York University is a good university. Also, a big hello to Felicia, interior designer, www.theexperttouch.com. Thank you very much. Today's show is a very interesting one. We are going to be talking about outdoor cat diseases. Now, there are a lot of things that can happen to a cat when they're outdoors. We talked about this a couple months ago about the difference between an indoor and an outdoor cat, but we really want to get into the
specifics, right? We didn't go into it. We just said what the difference between the two. Now I want to tell you when it comes to outdoor cats, what actually they get.
Yeah. And there's a lot of things that none of us really know about. We're going to go over a lot of the stuff today. Pretty scary, some of the things that can happen.
Truly.
To an outdoor cat. Other than that, we're going to go into our news, and right now we got some very, very interesting news.
Wow. Infotainment.
Now, this one is straight from the headlines from ABC News, and I have to tell you one thing. And here's what I got to tell you. I didn't know any of this stuff until actually I spoke to Dr. Mike earlier on today, but when you start fighting about frozen dog sperm, you know the relationship is not headed anywhere good. ABC News reports, while breeding dogs can be a serious business... Where's my music go? I like my music. Thank you. I don't like it going away. While breeding dogs can be a serious hobby and in some cases can be a serious business, the foundation for a business has prompted more than a few chuckles in a courthouse in Pontiac, Michigan, where this case is being played out right now. Two people are getting divorced. The first thing that was said by the judge, am I being punked?
Really?
Am I being punked? I mean, come on. That's what they said to ABC News. Basically, people in the courtroom were even laughing when they heard this whole thing was going on. This is quite a serious issue, the owners of the animals say. It's something I've been part of for a long time in my life. It's very important to me, says the owners of the dogs. They really don't want to give their names. They've been divorced since 2002, but went on to run a kennel together and to run a
breeding establishment.
Yeah, breeding establishment. Yeah. And reported, this goes. ABC News reports that frozen semen can actually live on for about 20 years.
Yep.
after an animal is deceased or after anything. If it's done right, it can live on for that period of time. So this semen is actually worth a lot of money because it's from a purebred, what are the bull mass?
Bull mastiff.
Yeah, so it's not a rare breed, but if you have a genetic or a specific breed that is
well, if he was a grand champion
that's what he was. Yeah. They were a grand champion. So this frozen sperm is worth a lot of money. And the American Kennel Club requires the signature of all co-owners when a dog is bred in order for resulting in puppies or any sort of registration, which significantly ups the puppy's value and standing and allows them to be shown in dog shows.
Right.
So you were telling me a story a few years back with something along this, and it was fascinating because I had no idea.
Well, I worked at before I got into vet school, I worked at a beef cattle farm. And I remember going in one day and we were going to inseminate this cow, and he pulled out this vial of sperm from the nitrous tank and said that, they're paying somewhere, it was thousands, and I think it was $25,000.
Wow.
And I said, so where's the bull? I said, well, he died in 1979.
Wow.
It was just incredible. And so this bull's semen has been frozen, and because he was such a huge champion back in his day, his sperm is still worth a ton of money. And you just stand there when someone tells you that. You've never heard anything like this before. And some guy's pulling out a vial of bull semen and telling you it's worth $25,000. You just kind of shake your head.
Like, Craigslist, eBay, Kijiji. Can I sell it?
But what's interesting is then I went to one of their sales at the end of the summer, and they let go of this cow and her calf for $90,000. Now, these were Simmental cattle, very high-end beef cattle. Mm-hmm. The neat thing about these cattle, they can use them for meat and for milk, so they're sold dual purpose. But
so you milk them for everything they're worth.
Yeah, there you go. But $90,000 for a mom and her baby, which was just unbelievable. And so it is a big industry, and
of course. And what's that meat? I forget the name of the meat. It's used a lot in
Angus.
No, it's used a lot in Japanese restaurants. Richmond was telling me about this. They massage the meat. They feed the animal beer. It's like a life of luxury. It's Kobe beef. Kobe beef. Okay, so you know what the beef is, right, Richmond? Have you heard of the beef?
No, I haven't. Oh, I've heard of Kobe beef before. I didn't know.
So what they do is they actually don't let the animals move whatsoever. I mean, it could be a little bit humane, but the way that it's done is they don't let the animals move. They have someone in there every day massaging the animals. They give the animal alcohol, so the animal's drunk every day, getting massaged. So I mean,
I'm sure there's more to it than that.
Probably.
Well, with veal, did you know about veal?
Well, yeah,
the difference between white veal and the white expensive Provimi veal is they're milk-fed veal. Like these are veal calves that are fed milk.
So what's so bad about?
Well, it just keeps the if you go to the supermarket and check out the difference between regular veal, which is red, and Provimi, the white veal, which is sort of almost white or very pale looking, it's because those veal are raised specifically in small little pens so they can't move, and they're fed milk. They're
it's
milk-fed.
Like
it tenderizes the meat. It's kind of scary when you think about it.
Well, I was watching on TV. Gordon Ramsay has a new show called The F Word, and I forget the name. It's we have them going around here all the time in Toronto. It's not
type
like
of animal.
Yeah, well, no, it's not. It's like a duck, but not a duck. It's like long beaks. Not quail. No.
Yeah. Well, quail. Yeah.
I forget what it is. But
okay.
What happens is they force feed the animals.
Right.
Right. They force feed them, and what they do is they force feed them to a large. Yeah, that's it for whatever that word is.
You know what? Believe it or not, I can't even pronounce that, so I'm not even going to go there.
Yeah. So they force feed them, and basically, they force feed them so much that their kidneys expand and their liver expands, and then they're slaughtered.
Right.
And that's what gives them the taste, the beautiful, rich taste of the
organ meats.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
They sell their livers and their kidney. Oh, interesting.
So I was watching this on the F Word with Gordon Ramsay, and it was very interesting. And a lot of people are up in arms in this, but a lot of people don't really mind because it's one of those expensive beefs. And right now in France, the meat right now of choice is horse meat. Has gone up in value.
Yeah. Well, France has always been into horse meat. Like that. That's a common.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten horse meat?
No, never.
You've had it?
Joe has.
Joe has? It's good?
Okay. There you go.